శ్రీకాకుళం.
Our next practical is installation of CCTV. So students, CCTV nowadays is a very good instrument that is used for surveillance purpose. But how actually this CCTV is installed? That is an important question. So as you can see, these are the different types of cameras which are there fitted on the wall. Okay, so this is angular camera. This is a gun camera. Different cameras are there. Different resolution of that camera is there. So according to your budget, according to your cost requirement, you can choose any camera and you can install that camera on the wall, and through wiring connection, that outlet or output of that camera is connected to the TV or say suppose computer or monitor. Okay, so through CCTV you can do the surveillance, as well as through CCTV you can record something, you can store it in your hard disk as well. So as you can see here, suppose 4 cameras are there. So these 4 cameras, you can connect it to the DVR. What is DVR? So DVR is digital video recording panel. Whatever signal coming from this camera is recorded here. It has number of pinouts. Using that pinouts, you can connect it to the DVR, and output of that DVR is connected to the TV, to the computer, to the monitor, etc. Actually, camera can record video as well as audio. So you directly connect video over there. Audio is optional. Nowadays it's compulsory, but audio is optional. If your hard disk is of smaller size in DVR, so obviously you can eliminate audio sound from the signal and you can record only video. You can display only video. Here you can see the coaxial cable is connected and one power cord is there. So why power cord is required? Obviously any electronic circuit to work, it requires power supply. So from DVR, the power supply is connected. Or from power supply separate unit, power supply is connected to the camera. This coaxial cable carries video as well as audio. Okay. You can connect coaxial cable for CCTV connection, or you can use your Cat5 or Cat7 cable as well. That is used for connection of LAN. That cable can also be used for connecting the cameras to the DVR. All the recorded signals through this cable is taken up to the DVR. In DVR is nothing but a small CPU which has hard disk. In that hard disk, for every camera, some slot of memories are allocated. In that memory, all the recordings will be stored. When that memory becomes full, the previous data for that camera is deleted and the newer data is kept as it is. Means suppose you have started your camera on day 1 of March. Day 2 of March, recording will be done, 3rd, 4th, likewise 30 days. So if you have used a hard disk which can store the data up to 30 days, then on 1st of April, the data of 1st March will be erased automatically and 1st April data will be stored over there. So it is like this. Okay. Again, depending upon capacity of DVR, the number of cameras which are connected, you can increase it, decrease it. If suppose 64 cameras can be connected at a time, so 64 slots of audio, video, and power will be there. All that camera data will be recorded over there, and that data will be then combined together. And on the TV screen, some square slots are created. If suppose 10 cameras are connected, automatically 10 square slots will be created. On that 10 square slots, all the data will be displayed at the same time. Along with that data, it will show the date and time. Again, the place where it is fitted means the location. As all these cameras are connected in a single circuit, each camera is assigned with some specific IP address. For that IP address, that camera is fitted. You can access that same camera from your PC as well. Okay. If you want to see only camera 1 data on your whole monitor, then you will choose that data. So you will select that IP address, then and then the data will be given to the PC. If 2 cameras are given the same IP address, then what will happen? 2 cameras IP address will get conflict, data will not be recorded. So IP address allocation is an important thing. This DVR has internal hard disk which stores the data, as well as mouse, keyboard can also be connected to that DVR. Separate power supply unit is there, which powers this DVR as well as the camera as well as the monitor. Okay, as you can see on the front side, there are different controls are also available on that DVR. If you can play only the single channel, single camera on TV screen, fast forward, fast reward, you can go on specific date for recording purpose. So these are the key features of CCTV. CCTV means actually the closed circuit television. Closed circuit television means it is not connected to the external world. Internally, you are capturing through camera, and internally you are displaying on your monitor. So all this structure is internal to your house, internal to your office, internal to your organization. That's why it is called as a closed circuit television. You can record audio, video, both, or you can record only video only. Okay, microphone is also there. In previous days, cameras were there which were able to record video in daylight. Nowadays, the infrared cameras are also available, which can record the data in the night vision as well, clearly. Okay. So obviously, how we are installing, we'll see one short video on that, so that you'll get to know all these things. And on Thursday, we'll see the camera setup which is there in our college. So we'll show you that also. So how actually cameras are installed or the CCTV are installed, we'll see that steps. First of all, you have to mount the camera on the wall and the place where you are going to capture all the things. So that cameras are, first of all, the planning is done where you are going to fit it. Okay. Then you'll mount the camera, you'll fit it clearly, you will maintain the angle where you have to record all these things. Then you'll place the DVR, okay, where all the recordings of from all cameras will be collected together and it is recorded. So DVR placing is done. Then you will place all the cables from DVR up to the camera. सगळ्या ठिकाणी तुम्ही काय लावणार? त्या cables लावणार. Then you will connect that wires. Means one point will be connected to DVR, second point will be connected to the camera. Then powering on all the systems. So these 6 easy steps are there by using which you will connect the CCTV. Okay. If the number of cameras are more, then you will create a separate IP address for each camera. Okay. There are different angle cameras are there. Circular shape cameras are there. Square shape cameras are there. The high resolution gun cameras are there. Again, 360-degree cameras are there, which will record in from single camera. All 360 degrees will be captured in one shot. Panorama cameras are there, wide angle cameras are there, high resolution cameras are there, different cameras are there, different manufacturing companies are there. So all these cameras are there in the market and using which you can create your own CCTV circuit. And most important thing is that for CCTV installation, you do not have to gain the permission from the government or any organization, any governmental organization. You can install your own CCTV circuit at your business place, at your private place. No need of means permission is required from the government side. Ma'am will going to show you the installation video. As you can see, this is nothing but the UPS. UPS is nothing but the uninterruptible power supply. It is somewhat similar to your backup supply generator actually, but generator requires diesel for operation, but here UPS actually has its own batteries, then DC to AC and AC to DC converters. Actually that circuits are power circuits are there. Okay, there are different types of UPS as well. Different types of UPS as well. That UPS actually online UPS and offline UPS. If you see this is a online UPS. Sorry, actually this is an offline UPS. When suppose one normal AC is there, AC supply is there, 230 volt AC main supply is coming to your house. That AC supply is directly connected to your main board. Okay. One connection from AC supply is going to your house and second supply of AC is connected to your UPS. So this is an offline type of UPS. So this AC supply, one charger will be there. That charger will convert AC signal into DC signal, but that DC signal is not your 5 volt, 12 volt, 24 volt DC supply. That is up to 150 volt DC supply. So that 150 volt DC supply is given to the batteries, and there are series battery connections are there. Each battery can hold up to 12 volt to 24 volt power on each battery, and all batteries are connected in series. So these series batteries will hold 150 volt DC supply. So this charger will generate DC supply. All the batteries will be fully charged up to 150 volt DC. When the mains AC supply trips, then what will happen? This switch, which is over here, the switch which is over here is connected to this point and this inverter will now convert the DC store voltage to the 230 volt AC volt. So these batteries will become the AC main supply and will power up the load which is connected ahead. So this is an online type of UPS, sorry, offline type of UPS. And online type of UPS means this single supply is not over there. Directly supply is given to charger, batteries are charged, this inverter will convert into AC and directly your house load is charged. Charge कराल फक्त. पाठवणार तेवढं चेंज करून पाठवा. So this is offline UPS. In online UPS, directly 230 volt supply is given to charger, then battery will charge. Again, same connection like this over here in second image. Then this inverter will convert into again AC and then load will be powered up. So in offline UPS, actually this single line, direct line is not there in online UPS. In offline UPS, it is available. So online UPS, if some problem occurs in battery, though there is a input AC supply, still due to the failure of battery, output AC supply will not be generated. So most of the person prefer the offline UPS. That's why the diagram is shown over here. Okay. So you can say this is a main supply, this is a static bypass directly given to the load. When this AC main supply trips, when this trips, what will happen? The batteries which are stored over here, inverter will convert from DC to AC and load will be powered up. When this is on, what will happen? The powering to the load will be done. At the same time, this rectifier will convert from AC to DC and batteries will be charged. जोपर्यंत AC supply चालू आहे तोपर्यंत battery मधलं power utilize होणार नाही. Once this power gets cut, batteries will come into picture and it will power the load. So as you can see over here, the connections are made. These batteries are kept over here. All these batteries are connected in series. Battery number 1 will be connected to battery 2. Battery number 2 will be connected to battery 3. Battery number 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 batteries, almost 120 volt DC will be generated. So likewise, 150 volt storage is there. You can see a box over here. This box is nothing but your actual UPS, which does the function of AC to DC and DC to AC. And obviously these high voltage, high current batteries are there. That's why the large size wires are required. You can see over here, this is a UPS. There are many functions are there over here. You can trip the supply at one particular time if required. You can make it online UPS or offline UPS. Two modes are there available right now in recent UPS as well. Okay, so installation of UPS is very simple. Actually, it is a hazardous thing, but steps are very simple. AC main supply is connected to the charger point, and the output of this charger is then given to the batteries, and batteries output is given to the inverter, and then finally to your main board. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, sir.